This is Professor L.B. Gayakawad's English Literature Wave. I am Professor L.B. Gayakawad. Requests you first to share, like and subscribe my channel. Today we are discussing on the topic invitation letter. Invitation letter to the guest for graduation ceremony. Remember, here we give the invitation to the person because we have some ceremony, or if we have some happy matter, and that happy matter is to celebrate, or we celebrate that happy matter, and that's why we give the invitation letter to the particular person. And that's why here we have taken the subject invitation letter to the guest. Means here we are giving the invitation letter to our guest, and because that guest is very important for us, and that's why we are writing that letter to the guest. So invitation letter to the guest for graduation ceremony. So remember, here at us there is a graduation ceremony, and for that graduation ceremony we are writing a letter, invitation letter to the guest for inviting him. Means we are inviting our guest to celebrate the graduation ceremony, because the graduation ceremony is the happy occasion for us, and we have decided to celebrate the graduation ceremony, and that's why here we are writing the invitation letter to the guest for graduation ceremony. So here we have started to write the letter. Here we have said that here about the address. This is our address. This is our address, and Sham Mohan Thorat is our name. Suppose this is the name of the sender. This is the sender. Sham Mohan Thorat is the sender, because he is sending the letter to the guest, and that's why here we have written our name, our address. So we can write here our name, our address, and this name and this address we should write always here. Means everybody should write his address here, because when we are writing that letter we should write our address here like this. This is the sample letter for us to understand. Means when anybody sits for writing the invitation letter, he should write that invitation letter like this, and that's why here I will tell that this is the address. So what is the address? Sham Mohan Thorat. Sham Mohan Thorat, 17th Ganpati Nagar, Jalgaon. So remember, here the main important thing is that this is the sample letter, and when we are writing the sample letter we should follow the method of the letter, because the letter has the method, because there are the writing methods to the letter. Means every letter has the writing methods, writing rules and regulations, and that's why always we should follow those rules and regulations. So here I will discuss that. This is the address. How I have written that address? See, Sham Mohan Thorat, this is the name of the sender. Then I have taken here the comma. So we should always take here the comma. So Sham Mohan Thorat, comma, 17th, see here is also the comma. So 17th Ganpati Nagar, here is also the comma, and then here is the full stop. why we have written or why I have written such a commas or why I have written such, because Sham Mohan Thorat is our name. It is completed here, so I have written here comma. Then 17th, again I have given here the comma. Ganpati Nagar, then I have given here the comma, because Ganpati Nagar is the part of the writing, so here we have given the comma. Then Jalgaon is the last landmark, and here we have given the full stop. So because our address has been completed here, and that's why here we have given the full stop. So we should write always the address like this. Then here is the date. So how I have written the date? 11th October, comma, then 2020. So I have written like this date. So how the date is written in the letter, we should see clearly, and always we should write that date in this way. So we should give here the comma, then here is the full stop. So this is the method of writing the date with comma with full stop. So this is the address and this is the date. On this date we are writing this letter, or I am writing this letter, or you are writing this letter, and that's why the date is given here 11th October 2020. Now this is the name Mohan Girase, comma. Here Mohan Girase is the name, and this name ends here, and that's why here we have given the comma again. So Mohan Girase, comma, then Dhule we have written, and there is the full stop. So here this is also the method of writing the name to whom we are sending this letter. This is the gentleman to whom we are writing, or I am writing, or you are writing the letter. So Mohan Girase, comma, Dhule is the gentleman who is the receiver. We will say this is the receiver because he is receiving our letter. That's why this gentleman is the receiver. So again I will tell you here that this is the complete address of the sender. This is the date on which you are writing the letter, and then this is the name of the person to whom we are sending the letter. So this is the name Mohan Girase to whom we are writing this letter. Now this is the subject, because subject is very important. If we are not mentioning there the subject, then we cannot tell that gentleman about our occasion or about our purpose. So this subject is our purpose. So what is this purpose? The purpose is that invitation letter. Means we are writing here the invitation letter. So this is the invitation letter which is written by us to this Mohan Girase Dhule. And so the subject is invitation letter. So what is now the body of the letter? This is the body of the letter, and now we are beginning to see the body of the letter. Body of the letter means the description, the subject which we want to elaborate, or the subject which we want to suggest to the guest in detail. That is the body of the letter. So what is the body of the letter? So I am Sham Mohan Thorat. Remember, here we are writing the invitation letter, and that's why we are introducing, I am introducing or you are introducing to this guest our name. So we should say that I am Sham Mohan Thorat. Means here we should give our introduction to the guest. So we have written, or I have written, or you have written here, I am Sham Mohan Thorat, glad. Glad means what? I am very much happy. I am Sham Mohan Thorat and I am very much glad, I am very much happy. I have very much happiness, and that's why here I am writing you this letter. And so here I am Sham Mohan Thorat, glad to invite you. Why I am happy? Why the sender is happy? The sender is happy here to write this letter because the sender has got the graduation, and that graduation is the very great occasion on the part of this sender, and that's why the sender says here that I am very much glad to invite you to celebrate my ceremony. Means this sender is requesting the guest, the receiver, to celebrate that function, because this sender has invited many guests to celebrate his occasion, his graduation ceremony, and that's why he is requesting this guest to come and celebrate his ceremony. So he says, I am Sham Mohan Thorat, glad to invite you to celebrate my ceremony. I graduated from the University of KBC NMU Jalgaon. Here, this gentleman is telling that, this sender is telling that he has graduated from the University of KBC NMU Jalgaon, but he has graduated in distinction, means he has got this distinction in his result, and that's why this distinction is a very happy moment for him, and so his family has decided to celebrate the graduation ceremony, to celebrate the beautiful occasion, happy occasion in the life of their son. That is the success story of their son, and that's why the family has decided to celebrate that occasion, and that's why here is this letter, and this is the invitation letter, and that's why that family or the sender is requesting the receiver or the guest to celebrate the function. So here we have seen that I am a graduate. I graduated from the University of KBC NMU Jalgaon in distinction. We just saw. Then it is a great event in my life which I want to share with you. What is the what is the explanation, what is the purpose of this sender? So the purpose of this sender is that this occasion, this graduation ceremony is the greatest moment in the life of this gentleman, and that's why this gentleman wants to celebrate this great event with his guest or with all the guests to whom he is sending the particular letter or letters. So that's why he gives the guarantee to this guest that it is a great event in my life which I want to share with you. Kindly accept my invitation. Now here he is requesting the guest to accept that letter kindly, because the guest is the God for us, because he will come and then he will make our occasion successful, because his attendance will make that story very successful. Then that story will be published in the newspaper, and that will be the history, and that's why this history of the event will be made only because of the presence of attendance of the guest, and that's why here to request the guest becomes very essential, and that's why here he is requesting the guest to attend the function. So he says, kindly accept my invitation, means he is requesting to accept the invitation very kindly. The event will start at 11 on 20th October 20, means he is telling about the event, means that when that event will be taken, the event will start at 11 on 20th October 20. Means we should give the information of the event, we should say that guest about the date, and that's why he is giving about the date, and he tells that that event will start at 11 on 20th October 20 at my home, means we should give the place, venue, because the guest will come there. If we are not providing them the venue or the place, they will not understand where they should come, and that's why here the sender has given the venue also, that that graduation ceremony will happen at his home or at her home. Then lunch is available for all, because they are our guests and they will come to attend our ceremony, graduation ceremony, and that is the good thing for us. So it becomes our duty to provide them lunch, and that's why here the sender has told in the letter that lunch is available for all. Please contact on 888888888 and 8. So this is his phone number, and on this phone number he has requested to please contact if they have some problem or they have some queries, and that's why he has given his phone number. So please contact on this phone number for queries, because everything is there, but behind everything there is a query, and that's why if problem is there, some query is there, they should phone him or they should call the sender. That's why he has provided his phone number there for queries. Then he is now ending the letter, means this sender is now ending his letter. So he says that I look forward to your confirmation, means here this sentence is telling that this sender is hopeful that this guest will say yes to come to attend the function, and that's why he says here I look forward, means I hope that you will accept my invitation and you will give your confirmation and you will come to attend my function, and that's why here is the sentence I look forward to your confirmation, means he is waiting for his confirmation, means this sender is requesting that you should come and I am waiting for your reply. That is the situation. Please come to crown the ceremony. What is this sentence? Please come to crown the ceremony, because this ceremony will be successful only because of that guest, or only because of those all guests, and that's why they will be the princess, suppose they will be the kings, or suppose they will be the gentlemen, they will be the greatest persons, and that's why here he says that please come to crown the ceremony, because that guest or those guests will provide some greatness, some grandness, or some crown, or some, I will say, very nice atmosphere will be there because of these guests, and that's why he says here, please come to crown the ceremony. I hope to see you. I hope to see you means he is requesting finally that I have a hope that you will be there will be there in my ceremony, or you will be there at my home, and I will see you and I will be very happy because of your presence. And that's why he says finally, I hope to see you. And then he has ended here the letter. How he has ended here the letter? Yours faithfully. He has written here yours faithfully. So this is yours faithfully, and he has given here the comma. So remember, when you are writing the letter and you are ending the letter, while ending the letter you should say yours faithfully, means yours faithfully means you should not say here the comma. I have made here the mistake, so here should not be comma, only you should say yours. Yours means here is not the system of showing the inverted comma, so you should not say. So you should say yours faithfully. Yours faithfully means you are my faithful person, and I also put my faith in you, and that's why I hope that you will come here. So yours faithfully. I am also your faithful person. You are also my faithful person. We both put faith in each other, and that's why he says that yours faithfully, Sham Mohan Thorat. So here we have ended the letter. But before stopping this lecture, I will again request you that when you are going to write a letter, you should write the address like this. As I have written the address like this, you should write here the address of the sender. Then you should write here the name of the receiver, means to whom you are sending that letter. Write here his name and address. Then write here the subject, right, like this. And suppose I have written invitation letter like this, you can also write here the subject. Then total body, what is your information or what you want to tell to the guest, you write here the body of the letter or the total information of the letter. And when you are ending this letter, you should say yours faithfully, and you should write your name and you should put your signature here. So here again I will tell you that, and while you are writing that letter, you should write like this, means how I have written. Suppose see, one sentence, second, third, like this I have written. Means I have written the sentences below each others, below this, then this. See, this is the method of writing the letter. You should not go here and there. You should be in the straight way. Below one sentence means one sentence below second sentence, like this the order should be. So here today we have finished the letter, the invitation letter. In the next lecture we will see there the next topic. So here I am Professor L.B.Gayakawad. Take your leave, but before taking the leave, I request you again to like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you very much.